Bless Your Heart, Episode 2. Bless the broken phone that started it all. Well. They said she had multiple personalities. They meant it as an insult. Honey, she built a playlist. You're looking at personality number 2, and I have been waiting, very patiently, for my turn. Welcome back to Bless Your Heart. I'm the second one. The one that comes out when the tea is too hot and too good to leave sitting on the stove. And today, honey, the stove has been on all day. Today we are covering what I can only describe as 12 hours of live streaming. 4 creators, 1 police report, 0 phone calls, and enough sweet tea spilled to flood a front porch. You're welcome. Now, before we get into it, let me introduce today's cast, because honey, there are characters today. First, the Litigation Queen. She has been through it. She is still standing, and she is tired of being lied on. Loyal, fierce, and currently streaming for 7 hours about a situation she could have resolved with a 10-minute phone call. Bless her heart. We'll get there. Next, the filing cabinet. Meticulous, receipts forward, has documentation on everything. She called herself a rusty filing cabinet once, and honey, she was wrong. That filing cabinet is fully operational, and it will come for you. Then we have the Hive Mind. She likes everybody in this story. She does not want to pick sides. She just wants her community to hold together. And she is doing that while simultaneously reading a police report live on stream. Multitasking queen. Respect. Mrs. Unbothered. The Litigation Queen's co-creator and ride or die. Calm, steady, has strong opinions delivered quietly. The kind of woman who says one thing, means it kindly, and has no idea it's going to cause a 5-hour live stream. Bless her heart. We'll get there. And Mr. Unbothered. Mrs. Unbothered's partner. He was on panel. He had thoughts. He expressed them. Loudly. On behalf of his woman. As partners do. Bless his unbothered little heart. The neighborhood watch, the stirring subs on both sides of this mess, running from chat to chat, carrying information, whispering in ears, making everything worse. As one does. The Hens, you know who they belong to. They're cackling somewhere right now. We see them. And the solid gold dancer. She came here from another platform, got herself tangled up in a legal situation, and instead of keeping it contained, she started filing. And filing. And filing. Honey, she has filed more police reports than some people file taxes. We will get to her. Oh, we will get to her. And finally, the garden snake. She's not the dangerous kind. She's just the kind you find somewhere you didn't expect. She slithers in, says her piece, and slithers right back out. We'll see her at the end. Act 1. Cinco de Mayo. It is Tuesday, May the 5th. Cinco de Mayo. The Hive Mind is on stream referencing margaritas. The Litigation Queen has been live for 7 hours. The filing cabinet is on hour 5. And somewhere out there, the garden snake is cleaning her glasses, listening to all of it, and slowly shaking her head. Now, I need to set the scene for you, because what happened yesterday was not one explosion. It was 3 separate explosions happening simultaneously in 3 different rooms about the same fire that nobody started on purpose. And at the center of all of it, a friendship, a broken phone, a comment taken out of context, and a neighborhood watch that treated every piece of information like it was a baton in a relay race. Let's go back. Act 2. The friendship nobody talked about. The Litigation Queen and the filing cabinet. These two have history. Good history. The kind where you check on each other. The kind where you reach out before you do something that might affect them. The kind where you talk. Keyword, talk. About 6 weeks before today, something shifted. The filing cabinet got dropped off a panel. Phone issues followed. A text came in that couldn't be answered. A voice message went out saying, "Hey, it's not you, it's my phone. I'm waiting on a new one. Now." To a reasonable person, that is a complete explanation. Phone broke. Said so. Moving on. But somewhere between the filing cabinet's broken phone and the Litigation Queen's inbox was the neighborhood watch. And the neighborhood watch had thoughts. By the time the filing cabinet got her new phone and called and had a 3-hour conversation, the story being told to the Litigation Queen's circle was, the filing cabinet was ignoring her. Honey, 3 hours on the phone. That is not ignoring someone. That is the opposite of ignoring someone. That's practically a podcast. But the neighborhood watch had already done their work. The seed was planted, and seeds grow. Act 3. The warning nobody heard. Now here is the part that got me, and I need you to really hear this. During those phone calls, the ones the Litigation Queen doesn't think happened, the filing cabinet said something, both times. At the end of both conversations, she said, "I can't put my finger on it, but something is extremely off. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes open. Protect yourself." She said she was more worried about what was going to happen to the Litigation Queen than she was about herself. And then, as if the universe was taking notes, the exact thing she was warning about happened. The Litigation Queen got pulled into a legal situation that had nothing to do with her. Her name ended up somewhere it had no business being, and the filing cabinet watched it happen from the outside, having already sounded the alarm twice to someone who didn't know the alarm had been sounded. Because the neighborhood watch had convinced the Litigation Queen that the silence was personal. It was not personal. It was a broken phone and a relay race of misinformation. Bless every single heart involved. Act 4. The comment that launched 1,000 streams. Now, let us talk about the comment. Somewhere in the middle of all of this, on the Litigation Queen's panel, a comment was made about the filing cabinet. Something along the lines of, maybe something is going on in her personal life. You never know what someone has going on at home. Now, I want to be fair. The panel will tell you it was meant with grace. Meant the way you mean it when you stub your toe at 3 a.m. That's something going on in your personal life. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just life happening. I hear that. Intent noted. But here's the thing about feelings, honey. They don't care about your intent. Because the filing cabinet, who by all accounts has a happy home, a wonderful partner, and beautiful children, heard that differently. She heard it land. And it stung. Now, here is where it goes from a misunderstanding to a situation. The filing cabinet brought it up to Mrs. Unbothered directly, and Mrs. Unbothered said, "I don't recall saying that." Honey, the filing cabinet was clear about this. It wasn't the comment that closed the door. It was being told it was never said. That, she called a slap in the face. And the Litigation Queen, being the loyal ride-or-die that she is, stood by her panel, defended the comment, defended the intent, said people were twisting it, which is what loyalty looks like, from the inside. But from where the filing cabinet was standing, it looked like nobody on that panel was willing to just say, "Hey, it landed wrong. We're sorry it landed wrong." And that was the door closing. Act 5. 7 hours versus 5 hours. Now, let me paint you a picture. The Litigation Queen streams for 7 hours. 7 hours. Her panel fills in as the stream goes on. Mrs. Unbothered, Mr. Unbothered. The Hive Mind pops in at one point. Together, they work through it, defending the intent behind the comment, questioning the narrative being told, trying to figure out how something this small got this big. And the Neighborhood Watch is in that chat the whole time, feeding, stirring, as one does. Simultaneously, the filing cabinet streams for almost 5 hours, alone, explaining her side, defending herself, saying over and over again, "I tried to warn her. I tried to protect her. I care about this friendship, but I will not be lied on, and I will not have my home life speculated about, and then be told it was never said." 12 hours, combined. A full panel on one side, one woman on the other. Same story, opposite rooms. And you know what the garden snake noticed when she played both streams at the same time? The Litigation Queen's side, loud. The filing cabinet saying, "I wish nothing but the best for her. I hope she's okay. I think she's surrounded by the wrong people." Polar opposites. Same moment, different rooms. The Litigation Queen was caught in the middle, loyal to her panel, loyal to her friend, and somehow ended up feeling like the wrong side of both. One conversation between any of these people would have handled all of it. Bless every heart on that panel, and the one sitting across from it. Bless them all. Act 6. The text message that went nowhere. Now, there was an attempt at communication. I want to be fair. Mrs. Unbothered sent the filing cabinet a text on Sunday. It said, "I think we need to talk." The filing cabinet responded, "Yeah, I've been sick all week, but I'm here." And then, nothing. That's it. That was the attempt. One text, sent, answered, door open. And then apparently everyone just waited. For what? A formal written invitation? A smoke signal? A carrier pigeon carrying an apology on a little scroll? Honey, she said she was sick. She said she was there. She answered the text. What more of an open door do you need? Instead, everybody went live to thousands of people, including the Neighborhood Watch, who were absolutely taking notes, as one does. Act 7. The police report, baby. Now, let's talk about the thing that actually started all of this. Because here's what I need you to understand. This entire friendship fallout, this 12 hours of streaming, this mountain of feelings and chat wars and whisper campaigns, was not actually about the Litigation Queen and the filing cabinet. It was about the solid gold dancer, putting people's names in a police report. That had nothing to do with them. Let me explain. There was a court proceeding. The solid gold dancer's court proceeding. There was a publicly available link to watch said proceeding. That link was shared. People watched. People covered it. Multiple creators on multiple platforms. The solid gold dancer filed a police report, named the filing cabinet, named the Hive Mind, not the Litigation Queen, not Mrs. Unbothered, not the dozen other creators who played the same video, just the two she doesn't like. And then, Because the solid gold dancer has never met a lie she didn't want to document, the report claimed that the filing cabinet and the Hive Mind had recruited creators from other platforms to spread the video. Recruited. Honey, the Hive Mind nearly fell out of her chair because the only creator she works with on another platform is Mrs. Unbothered. And Mrs. Unbothered does her own thing, on her own time, when she wants to, without being recruited by anybody. You do not recruit Mrs. Unbothered. Mrs. Unbothered recruits herself. Bless her heart. I mean that warmly. Now, the Hive Mind read that report on stream, and I want you to picture it. Her dog brought her a stress ball, unprompted, because even the dog knew. The Hive Mind phrased it perfectly. She said, "You filed a police report and put my name in it, but you didn't put everyone else's name in it, even though they all played the same video. Just the people you don't like." And she is right. That is not documentation. That is targeting, with extra steps. The prosecutors looked at it and did not recommend charges because, as it turns out, playing a publicly available link that was emailed to you by someone you don't even know is not a crime. Bless your heart, solid gold dancer. Bless it all the way to the evidence room. Act 8. The email nobody had. Now, let us discuss the email. Because the email was a whole subplot, a chapter, a limited series, frankly. Someone, let's call them Mr. Docket, emailed the filing cabinet and the Hive Mind a link to the court video. They played it. Multiple other creators also played it, via other means. The Litigation Queen found it through her chat. Mrs. Unbothered found it the same way. This is relevant because the Solid Gold Dancer's police report said the filing cabinet and the Hive Mind were the only ones emailed, which is technically true. They were the only ones emailed by a stranger named Mr. Docket, who nobody knows, who emailed them out of nowhere, mid-court proceeding apparently. Now, a curious person might ask, who is Mr. Docket? Why those two specifically? Why not the dozen others who covered the case? The filing cabinet has theories. She is not naming them without proof, because that is what separates the filing cabinet from the solid gold dancer. One documents what she can prove. The other documents whatever she feels. Meanwhile, the Litigation Queen spent approximately 3 hours on stream trying to figure out where the email was because she was told she'd been sent one and could not find it because she was not sent one because Mr. Docket only emailed the filing cabinet and the Hive Mind, which is information that was available and also could have been clarified with a phone call. I am just saying. I am just going to keep saying it. Phone call. Act 9. The garden snake slithers in. And finally, we get to the garden snake. Now, the garden snake has history with this group. She was pushed out at some point. She landed on her feet. She kept moving. She does not hold grudges out loud. She just observes. And what she observed today, while cleaning her glasses and listening to 12 hours of drama unfold, was this. She said, "It is so crazy. You see these same people with the same patterns doing the same thing over and over and over again." And then she mentioned that the filing cabinet herself had said, "This is exactly what happened with the garden snake." And the garden snake, sitting there, cleaning her glasses, said, "Yep, that's it." That was her whole response. Yep, history repeats itself. I made the right decision. Moving on. And then she said she deleted a long reply to something someone said and settled on, Been called worse by better. The garden snake said her piece in under 6 minutes and closed the stream. Meanwhile, everyone else was on hour 7. The audacity of her restraint. Bless her little garden snake heart. So, let's recap. A broken phone started a game of telephone. The Neighborhood Watch ran that game for 6 weeks. A comment made with grace landed without it, and then got denied, which is where everything actually broke. A loyal queen defended her co-creator and accidentally left her other friend out in the cold. A partner came in loud on his woman's behalf, and 3 people on a panel spent 7 hours on stream about a situation that one honest conversation could have fixed. The solid gold dancer filed a police report with lies in it, targeting the people she doesn't like, and left everyone else out. Prosecutors passed. The Hive Mind read the whole thing live, while her dog brought her a stress ball. And the garden snake cleaned her glasses, said yep, and went about her evening. Now, they say I have multiple personalities, that I am several different people in one. Honey, after today, I think that's a compliment. Because at least all my personalities would have picked up the phone. To the Litigation Queen, you were loyal to your people and caught in the middle of something you didn't start. That is a hard place to stand. Bless your heart. And I mean that gently. To Mrs. Unbothered, you said one thing. You meant it kindly. And then you said you didn't recall saying it. Honey, that last part is where it went sideways. Bless your heart. To Mr. Unbothered, you love your woman and you showed up for her. That is admirable. Bless your heart. To the filing cabinet, you warned her. Twice. You kept her name out of your mouth even when yours was all over their stream. You said you wished her nothing but the best, while she was 7 hours deep on the other side. That is class. Bless your heart. And I mean that with respect. To the Hive Mind, you like everybody and you just want your people to be okay. And your dog loves you. Bless your heart. To the Neighborhood Watch, you know what you did. You know exactly what you did. Bless your hearts, every last one of you. To the Solid Gold Dancer, 4 police reports. Prosecutors passed on all of them. Honey, bless your heart, completely. And to the Garden Snake, 6 minutes. She said everything she needed to say in 6 minutes, while everyone else was on hour 7. Sometimes the most unbothered one in the room is the one who already lived through it. Bless your heart, baby. I'm the second one, and this has been Bless Your Heart. Bless your heart. Bless all of your hearts. You're welcome.